what, and I want to appeal to anyone living in that area that they claim that they have bought a house, rented a house, live in a society where they think they're safe. They are being watched. How can you have your internal CCTV be connected to a security post inside your compound?
Yodu, is that your alarm sounding? Whose alarm is?
Okay, so sorry.
Yeah.
That
Someone's
is
alarm.
very intrusive. That is very dangerous. And I feel that people living right there right now need to come out and find out exactly what is going on. So if you're telling me there was a whole security outfit had access to all this thing that was happening within a rich environment, and people think they are safe. So the point now is, at the end of the day, they have messed themselves up. And they have really messed themselves up. We are not dumb people, and we're not going to stop until we keep calling them out. And we have to keep calling them out. Because now we've seen that they've not even changed the police or the investigation team. They've literally told the people that would come to court, the nurse did not come. The people that were meant to actually come and show light were stopped from coming.
Yeah, but today there's the final straw. Lele, this is the last time that they will try that. Next week or how many 2 weeks time, if they do not turn up, that is contempt of court. And trust God and trust me on this. Legally, there will be a bench warrant. Trust me, there will be one. That's it. You can't take the court for granted. You can't take the court for granted.
Flying everywhere. We should be opening our phones and be saying wanted nurse, wanted whoever, all the people that have been invited. And the thing is, look, we know this case is not, it's principalities and powers of fighting. Look,
sorry, can I just quickly interject? Yeah, don't trust Nigeria system. I know, but let me tell you people one thing. The moment we do not see the nurse, as you know, Bossman already said it there. If we don't see the nurse, we should be kind of worried, you know, because we learned, he said, he heard, we're assuming it's still speculation. But if by 2 weeks time this is happening again, then trust me, there's no need. They should just charge Wumi. They should charge them to court. If that's not Salo, I just saw for you,
what is going on right now, they cannot prove the nurse. They cannot place the nurse to the right timing. That is why they try to give you inconclusive, because they thought about it.
There was no nurse. No, Prime Boy can't lie. There was a nurse. There was a nurse. If it was only Spending that said there was a nurse, I would have said it's a lie. There was a nurse.
Another thing is,
in court, being remanded in custody.
There was no second time they called it off. Spending was all involved all throughout. He was involved all throughout. He knew how they got this.
He was even in police station with them with Boba's cops. Let me tell
you something there. Let me tell you one fact that came out today.
Tell us. Tell us, please.
You see these people, they are odd number score.
Then.
See, let me tell you one thing that they said today that incriminated the whole thing again. You see, Darosha said that he went to the house of each one of them. When I need to reach you, Yeyekudi, you are in Ireland, I'm in another continent. We've spoken, you've called me today. You called me now when you didn't get me online.
Yes.
Do you have to come to me to get me?
No.
What were you doing in the houses?
For you to even
know. Is it
know.
that what Jackie know deliver TF1? So, but if you want to take all of them to Panty, why don't you call them? Police has asked us to converge, but he said, I went to their houses, about 14 of them. I went to each of them. See, if Darosha to Bamoro money our common, but listen, you went to their, you said in your testimony.
just to tell them what to say. Ló máa jẹ́. Nǹkan tí wọ́n máa sọ lọ plan. Yes, nǹkan tó máa sọ lẹ̀ ń plan àti owó tẹ́ pín owó Mohbad. Yes, owó Mohbad tẹ́ pín.
Something. Take your own. Because
can we take note of something? Please, can I please say this? Can we all take note of something? Those two boys, only dreadlocks in àti photographer. Ṣé notice pé wọ́n tún ní pé photographer yìí tún wà nínú mọ́tò. Why are they not allowing us? There's no, every time they try to cover up those people. Why is it that their names? Meanwhile, we saw him. Mohbad is dead. Mohbad is dead. Wọ́n wá ní kó paná. Ó dànù sílẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n paná. Why is it that they are covering up that guy? Àti olórí, and Adura was right beside them too. There's a problem.
OG and
Spending already said there were 2 people waiting for us in the house. Who were those 2 people?
That is them, Ade West and OG.
Listen again, Darosha said the police invited everybody in the house. He said he personally went to each of those people's houses to tell them that they should all go to Panti. So all of them went to Panti and they gave their statement. He said we were about to leave when the police called Spending back and detained Spending. So Spending followed the 14 to go and write statements. The intention was for all of them to write statements, and the police had to let the 13 leave and detain Spending.
They went together.
My question is why? Of the 14 people, why Spending?
And why was Prime Boy exempted?
Why?
Prime Boy was a target.
Why was he exempted? You know, they were all meant to go together now. At least they said, come. Then why did they not inform Prime Boy so that Prime Boy too? He said he knows Prime Boy now. Why was Prime Boy exempted?
We need to save Prime Boy.
Gbogbo wọn lọ dálé Prime Boy lórí.
Right now,
it was Spending who get police. The picture
you
that
know
they used to declare
Darosha,
Prime Boy wanted.
as Mohbad was
Okay, it was Spending that gave police the picture they used in declaring.
It was Spending that gave police.
As Prime Boy was growing, Mohbad was growing up. Prime Boy was there. Darosha was there. There's a hatred. They're all of the same age brackets.
Rivalry, jealousy.
Jealousy. So it wasn't just jealousy from his uncle or his, what do you want to call it? It was jealousy from also his brother who was closer to them. Ẹni tí ó fi òun fi ọkọ̀ tàn wọ́n ló ṣe kó wọn wá nulẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ dá. I understand. But boy, true. It's good that we've gotten where we are right now. Ó dá bó ṣe jẹ́ pé òun náà ló wá. Òun náà láti dúró dè. Ẹ̀ńtà dúró dè náà nù.
Àwọn ni Darosha káàbọ̀.
Ẹjọ́ tó lọ lọ́hùn. Ẹjọ́ kọ́ máa kó òògùn wọn lọ sínú kọ́ọ̀tù pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tó ti sọ báyìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Darosha ó rọ̀ kọ́kọ́ á charge gbogbo yín sí kọ́ọ̀tù.
Kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ kankan mọ́ báyìí. Kọ́kọ́ máa kó
Ó ti lọ jẹ́wọ́ everything àti rí.
Because what you have to see is everybody has something that their allegiance is to. Is it Mama Mohbad? Mama Mohbad came to greet in a very courtesy way. So everybody had, I'm sure you had a soft touch this morning. And I don't think you expected the outcome at the end of the day. Because everybody will, Lojo camera, Lojo Kini. You know, we felt that. And I think Baba Mohbad was thought that, okay, the statement is going to be different. Only for them to try and say that Baba self was there. In fact, Baba ati won jo npe yo si aye. In fact, Baba ati won jo lo ra coffee ni. In fact,
just implicating that man. Ó ta fama yẹn sí gbogbo ẹ̀.
They have called us fools. They have called us fools because their game was for that lawyer to turn up, that lawyer that looks like, sorry, I'm going to bring that. That lawyer that came up and came to say that my client has nothing to hide. I think sometimes I think lazy àwọn ọmọ kan tó ní profession kan tó ń pè àwọn gan ló ń ba ayé àwọn tí wàá jẹ́.
That was Ume's lawyer.
And you could see him talking. Yes, Elobin Tobawani is educated. But it's actually a foolish fool to be saying that he sees that there's nothing wrong with his client or what his client has done. Because right now, fool.
Exactly.
And the only reason we can get justice is together. And how can we come back together? It's hard to explain to some people because assimilation different. People understand in different ways, different time. But I'm telling you, if I ask everybody on this panel right now, I'm sure they can tell me 80% that this is the name, this is the name, this is the name. And you know what, something? This case, it's ties in drugs, it's ties in cultism, it's ties in the community where your children would have to reach out to all these aspects for them to even be seen. Already legal. I'm not saying Mohbad is as holy, but he repented because of Konori. He said it. So you can understand what he must have gone through. And that makes me think, because I don't want to buy. There is save on them buy. Is the closest thing to Jesus Christ to me, Sha. I'm not a Christian.
Is the story? I'm listening to you, Duke, and I'm thinking of Joseph and his brothers. You know, how they just sold him, and
some of us are still going through that same story. Me, I'm taking to you. There's a reason why I'm here to say this, but when the time is right, maybe we might get to know each other better. Because some people are still going through the same issue. It's a system that is corrupt in our own community. Kò lè fún ọmọ ẹlòmíì lọ́yọ̀ mọ́ láyé ìgbà tí ìyá ń jẹ́ ìyá tí ọmọ bá sunkún ọyún ẹ máa ṣe omi ni.
Tọ́pẹ́ sọ pé wàá pa ọmọ yẹn. Kò gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀yìn. Kò wá ṣe ọmọ.
Àkótókù.
You see, Mr. Duke, you know what was painful and what made many mothers cry tonight is one simple thing. The way Darosha likened the death of Mohbad to a cow of 26 years old.
Chicken.
Because Darosha made, in fact, you see, when Prime Boy entered the court, Prime Boy entered the court with another guy. Is as tall as, I don't know when I told him that I don't toy. If you see the big earring, I said, remove your earring. I didn't know when I did that. And I liked the guy. He obeyed and he removed the earring. You see, the children they have raised. I don't know how they raised them.
Don't go there.
There's zero empathy. They have seen Mohbad's death like a cat or their dog or their pet die.
Rí bí àdúrà ṣe ń ṣe ní tí ẹ ní wò pé ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ kú. Àdúrà is a typical example of that.
See, in the space of Mohbad's
when Davido sent 2 million,
ginger.
Baba became gingered. To say, okay, call ambulance. Let's take it. We're burying him tonight. He said it was the money. He insinuated and said it was the 2 million.
What is it? But please, can you go deeper in that aspect? Because what I am thinking is, maybe I'm not too sure of, what I am thinking. I don't want to critically analyze that ginger, and probably I will be showing you people, and you people will be like lost. But what do you think Go deeper. And what do you think is insinuating? What do you think, Biodun?
Okay. He's trying to tell the courts, he's trying to emphasize that despite his numerous pleas to Baba not to bury Mohbad, that he had the opportunity to have changed Baba's mind because he knew Baba would not have the necessary money that is required to carry out all the arrangements. And that if Davido's money hadn't come, maybe Baba would have listened to him. That's why he was trying to insinuate, trying to tell everybody.
Okay.
That as soon as Davido's money came, that Baba became ginger. Don't forget that when I was giving account of his testimony, I said something. That I got to a point, he was trying to explain to the courts, give account and breakdown of the expenditure. Until Abiodun Makinde stood up and said, we don't need that information. He's trying to tell everybody that money mattered to Baba. Baba Oriro Wonyeri. Because out of the money, he said, he told Baba that he cannot be coming to check on or maybe pay respect from time to time to Mohbad's grave because where he buried Mohbad was too far. And it's not a decent place for a celebrity. Oh, and so I now sent the 1 million out of the money to Baba and tell Baba to do gates so that Mohbad's tomb can be protected. And the remaining money out of the balance of 1 million, he paid 250 somewhere, he paid 150 somewhere, and he now transferred the remaining to Adura. Adura, Ogbowo Oku Egbon. They transferred you that money, you collected it. Talo Yeko Masoipe, no, I will not collect that kind of money. So, Darosha was trying to portray and tell everybody that it was about the money for Baba. Baba Yamotu Wojuwo, he would put his head down and shake. This man is hurting. So, at the point when he was narrating, Mohbad started crying. I more like 3 times. Let me tell you why. He was listening to his brother's testimony. He was checking Baba for and shaking his head. She was torn between 2 flesh. Or flesh is if there's an English like that. She doesn't know which way to sway. So if all of us are going to continue on this case, number 1, Iya Mohbad is torn between the devil and the Biblicity. Until she makes up her mind, like Karimo. I don't know if there's something we can do to help her make to come back for long. Let her understand and embrace the fact that hey, Darosha and Adura, they are going down because they are accessories to mother.
Gara.
They have hidden facts and they have lied under
an oath.
They have been judged.
Can you imagine?
Can you add? You know what? Because listen, our does control case. You have to know what is happening. A lot of people in Nigeria are too busy. You know, they did hunger strike. Nothing did happen. And I said, until we all join this cause, then we know that we are fighting for true justice. As in, from Nigeria. I want a hunger strike. I want to 400 penalty. I want to call 10 million. The point is, it is a family dysfunctional. The family itself was not. You might not have money, and you still be respected. within that your community. But in Koto Shele, the display that was going on right now is that Darosha Koto Shele. Darosha was the key to come and give us the final statement. And I love it as the way it's come out. Story. But I didn't like the way he was trying to put Baba into the story. Because I want to know Baba Matiwa. So at what point, you know, this story is now so sad. Definitely, I'm not being like one-sided here. Baba could have been spoken to. We're all humans. They could have actually explained to him that, look, this is what's Koto Shele. They will reach out to anybody. I want them to feel anything lower, whether you like it or not. So they could have reached out to you. Whether they feel low. But I think he must have weighed the public support compared to if he swings towards the people that are just saying, look, we know where all this thing is. And we can give it to you. You have it. Because the only thing the government successfully did was to switch the pain that the public was having to we now seeking it through Baba Mohbad. He was now put there as a middleman to the person that had pain. And they forgot all of us that could not sleep based on this issue. And let me now tell you what's happening. Darosha he knows what happened. It was there right from the beginning to the end. He's a guy. There's an envy in there. And for him to come out, I thought he was going to come out. And as Folashade spoke, that Emma worry mo fẹ́ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní on the 11th. Ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ kí n mọ ibi tí mo fẹ́ lọ. Now I still want to ask her, ṣé kò rẹ́jẹ̀ mọ́ ni? Ṣé ò rí ẹ̀jẹ̀ mọ́ ni? Because now you are calling Sam Larry, you are calling Naira Marley. Ṣé orí ẹ̀ dàrú ni? Àbí ṣé orí ẹ̀ ò pè mọ́ ni? Because you cannot just start calling all those names.
And when did she call those names?
Mr. Duke, I have told you an Emma no thing.
When did she call Sam Larry Bawo?
Interest. Shadi Folashade.
Wow. I'm surprised though.
New Wumis.
My God. Mohbad. Really?
But the problem is she has confused me and she's messed my brain up because what she said gave me hope. What I saw in the morning gave me hope. The thing I saw in the afternoon destroyed the hope I've been hoping for. Because you said
don't let it destroy. See,
no, this is why he said destroy me. It's just to tell you how low I went. Because I'm too busy to be doing all this. I am now trying to educate people out of the time that I don't have. And it's so sad that even though we're clamoring for good Nigeria, we are here where some people will come today, say something, and come tomorrow and act different. Don't mess me up here.
You see, Mr. Duke, let me tell you something. Joe. You see, when people have ulterior motive, when there is an underlying, let me not call it ulterior, when there's an underlying motive, do you understand? You will not see stability. Let me emphasize today, everybody in this case, whether it is Shade, Iya Mohbad, Baba Mohbad, all of them have motive. Motive loko yato.
Yeah.
Baba Mohbad's motive is getting justice for his son. So, Baba Mohbad, you don't expect Baba Mohbad to sway. You will see that from his actions, what he has been saying from the beginning is still what he's saying till today. He has not changed mouths. He has not changed anything. That is Baba Mohbad for you. That is his motive. Folashade's motive is to protect Darosha. However, Darosha is Darosha is an accessory.
Yes.
So Folashade's motive is to make sure that Darosha does not go down. If he's to pick the second person, he will pick Adura.
I was expecting.
So Folashade, sorry, Mr. Duke, Folashade will continue to sway based on events.
As a matter of fact,
I was expecting.
from the way they are acting, I believe that they are even going to let go everything because they do not want Adura and Darosha to go down.
I was expecting the legal team to say, since we
Already let's cover up the whole crime.
It's Folashade here that claim that she's so blood. Can she come on the stand if we don't have people turn up?
No.
People that are
Mr.
there.
Duke, let me tell you. Darosha's testimony took about 5 hours. Don't forget that the magistrate started as she sat from 8 a.m. She quickly took other cases between 8 and 10 a.m. About 10:30. She rested for about 30 minutes. She started her sitting by 11 or 11:20 to be precise. 11:24 a.m. Sorry. So she took that case, and in the middle of the sitting, they took light on her. As much as every other person was uncomfortable, she was also uncomfortable. So she has been working since 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. She stood up twice. The first minute she said 15 minutes. She came at exactly 12 minutes after. The next minute, the next standoff, she stood up and said she was coming 10 minutes. She came at exactly, in fact, could hit 11 minutes that she came back. So that means that throughout her stay, throughout from 8 a.m. to that 3 p.m., she was having, what's it called? She was having, she sat down. I am going to be very realistic. She's human. She will be tired. And that is why a case like this, I will still recommend that a case like this should be taken from one person and they should make it a team of jury. That is what I would recommend.
This, and I'm going to jump.
Yes.
The point is,
I agree with you. I second that motion.
Already planned.
Oh, that suggestion.
A directed movie. The point is, whether she had other cases she had to attend to. I don't know if the public are so anxious about a certain case, and then you chose to have other cases in within that time, where you have people outside with the red tapes on their lips, and then you chose that, okay, this other case, I'm going to slide it inside the cases I'm having today. Look, let's understand what's going on.
Okay, Mr. Duke, I'll say something to you. Mr. Duke, I'll say something to you.
Let me come down. So I can give other people.
I agree with you that you said that it is probably a movie, a planned movie that happened today. But I'll tell you what, that even the magistrate was cognizant of the fact that the world is watching. If the reality hadn't sank in, as the English goes, before now, in the last sitting, she has started understanding the agitation. Before now, she will push you to 2 months. She was careful. She sought the opinion of everybody. She would have even made the next sitting earlier, if not that the Nigerian legal week is slated between 24th and 26th. She would have even given us a date much more earlier. I will be very objective. Because I am trained to be analytical, and I can tell everybody that, hey, this is what it is. She was willing to give much earlier dates. If not that, they reminded her that the legal week was stated between 24th and 26th, and there will not be any court sitting. and she picked on the 30th. You see, even if all these events and scenarios are planned,
she doesn't have a choice.
if the public
Because
does not give up,
she doesn't have a choice.
then when we know the right course to follow, I will tell everybody now, all the support you have, the only person deserving of the support that the public will give now is Baba Mohbad. Any other person, I'm not saying about tomorrow, but as of today, the only person who is deserving of any form of support is Baba Mohbad.
On this case, so on this Mohbad's case, so
has interests
yes,
that they are protecting.
I just want to
You are
say
going to
sincerely,
them, you are going to them, you are wasting your time.
on this
And
case,
they
so
continue to toss you left, right, center.
I think I need
Where
to
the event move, they will move to. Toba to change, Lola, want to change.
the story will continue to change because Taba Pharaoh àti Mobiti wàhálà wà. Àwa gangan ti mọ̀ kò fẹ́ sọ ni because everybody ń bẹ̀rù. But what I want to say before I leave.
Somebody say I should calm down. I should not calm down. I cannot calm down.
Leave the comments.
Don't come and say nonsense here.
Don't worry.
I will tell you why I
Don't worry.
cannot calm down.
Yes,
It's not a goat
don't
that
worry.
died or a cow.
Iron shackles iron. Iron shackles iron. I'm gonna jump on you guys now.
What a fucking joke. They were questioning whether
The point is, D1, please, let me just take this point. I'll leave my position.
running away into oncoming.
I'll leave my position for someone
we have
else.
to discuss our platform.
Right now
They're questioning
is people have to understand that even the next inquest.
Let's make it so that others can talk, because I have to go to bed. You know, the country I'm in is he said they were la.
Because in country Lagos police to deploy àwọn ọlọ́pàá síta ahead of if this thing was going to go more than what it would go. Because there was a video going around of people in different junctions. So you have to understand that àwọn tá à ń bá fà yìí náà là ń bèrè justice lọ́wọ́ wọn. And if we don't come together as in under one voice, because problem one, and that's why I love Yomi so much, is done perfectly well as even though he's a human rights activist, but he's done a private investigation job. How did we know that there were cameras in front of his mobile house? I want to lead the ones of our pay. Ìta camera wà. Báwo ni camera ṣe fẹ́ rí nǹkan tó wà nínú ilé?
You understand staircase tó gbé sí yẹn sẹ́, bossman, àbí Mr. Duke, camera wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Níbi tí mo bá di wá sí ẹ̀dídé, nínú yàrá ẹ̀, camera wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ọ̀dà AC ẹ̀.
Mọ̀kọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó ní bá bó ṣe jẹ́ because tó bá jẹ́ pé ìwọ ń rìkọ́ọ̀dì nǹkan nínú ilé ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ wà nínú ilé ẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ ń wò nínú security office. I don't think like it.
Jẹ́ block Mọ̀mísí Presido ìṣe distraction ni. Sent jọ Mọ̀mísí Presido yìí.
Bóyá sent máa ti sùn.
Ó ti sọ nǹkan oríṣiríṣi lẹ́nìí. Ẹ bá mi block ẹ̀ dànù. Mọ̀mísí Presido, ó bí mo rí.
Please calm down.
Bóyá bossman ní rẹ̀ ni.
They are paying some people. But what we have to do is we have to fire each other.
I don't know how to do it.
Let me tell you about this case. I'm just going to tell you a short story.
If it's Facebook, more babe, but
you understand?
Spending kan wà bẹ́ẹ̀, mo ní spending, send kan wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
They are protesting against you. They say you should speak in English.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm just going to narrate the story to where we got here right now. If we don't remember where we're coming from, we will never know where we're going to. So ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ìgbà tí bọ́ọ̀ yìí fẹ́ máa gbọ́. Sorry, I was speaking English. When this boy was going to do this show, he came back from the UK. Not 2 weeks after he came from the UK, he went to check out a Range Rover. He bought that Range Rover, and that Range Rover fell out. is sitting right in front of his house. Brand new. He bought this thing and then they invited to a show that he was not on the poster. They invited him to a show that he was not on that poster. He decided to go to this show just for that, maybe because they've...
Mr. Duke, he has not yet picked up the Range Rover. He has not yet
No, I'm not saying he's picked it up. I'm not saying he went to look at it. He went to, obviously we saw Ade West and all that. He went to do all that finding. That was all pure to him coming back from UK. So he went to do that. So after him doing that, this is a boy that came from Ikorodu. That was a carpenter. That his father gave a trade. He now found himself in Lekki. Brought his uncle and his aburo into Lekki because Darosha would never enter Lekki. Wallahi tallahi, Chuba said bad. He would never even see the bus stop of Lekki. Let me continue my story. This boy was now invited to this show. They invited him to this show. He felt that since they've held him down quite a long time, let me use this opportunity to come out to my Ikorodu people because he's in my hometown where I grew up. My guys, my own. And you have to understand, this boy was not raised a boxer. He's not a Mike Tyson. He doesn't know that, okay, you have to have a knife to protect yourself. Or, he doesn't know all this. He's just a man from a kitty. He's a kitty boy. This is a kitty boy that was raised in Lagos. He became a millionaire. Because I won't call Luoto, even though some people think they have the right to talk about him. Some don't even have his money. Mubad. You don't have Mubad's money. Right now, in Cotton Shelley, right now, you will Mubad, you go to suffer you peko ni ogun. See ya way kokoso. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ came out pé mú nǹkan jáde lọ́dọ̀ Darapani o. The only virgin that would not do a DNA. Tó dẹ̀ ń shame àwọn obìnrin tó gbé oyún fún 9 months. Obìnrin yìí jáde, ó ní àwa ò mú nǹkan jáde. Ní ìsìn àti mọ̀ pé màmá ẹ̀ jí Gucci. Màmá ẹ̀ jí Gucci shoe. Èmi náà rí shoe yẹn. Wọ́n lè jí Gucci jacket. Màmá ẹ̀ wọ Gucci ọkùnrin male Gucci shoe. Not even female Gucci shoes.
Arimo lo sneak in the house.
I'm gonna drop what I'm done.
Tomboy. Maybe our mother is a tomboy.
Toby, don't carry me there. You're going to create a new
Love you more, Rachel.
And I'm going to drop. But also, me pé ìyá Wùmí fẹ́ wọ designer. She wanted to wear designer. So, bó ṣe
ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú ọ̀rọ̀ tára ń sùn.
I feel that Yamuba should have joined her. They should have been rocking good shit together. But she never knew Oyeti Omo what, even though she was there for 10 days before he died. She never knew that this boy was a billionaire because right now, as we're talking right now, he has made $1 billion in his lifetime.
No bad.
Almost 26 years old. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ ń raise ọmọ nínú ilé wọn tí ọmọ wọn ò ní glory tí ò jẹ́ ní tó Mohbad. Àwọn kan raise ọmọ tó ní glory wọn ọmọ wọn gbọ́dọ̀ táìsí ọmọ ó gbọ́dọ̀ táìsí Mohbad tó dẹ̀ ti parun tí àwọn ọmọ wọn tí wọn náà ò lè rí gbígbé mọ́ àfitọ́ bá join justice.
Mr. Duke have refused to. They've corrected him more than 1 million times here. He has refused to speak English.
My work is a bit security, so I have to keep going here because you guys, if you understand my language, you know what I'm talking about. It's not about. I literally just don't want them to take things about me to, But although you do me go, do me, and let's educate our knife sharpens knife.
I know.
Knife does not sharpen the wood. So ibi tí mo wá mọ̀rọ̀ lọ, ìgbà tó wá lọ show tó ń invite sí show tí wọ́n fi orúkọ ẹ̀ sórí poster tí bọ̀bọ̀ ìdẹ́ fẹ́ lọ kọrin ní Canada àbí tí ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ Bella Shmula tó máa tẹ̀lé lọ kọrin tó wá lọ sọ̀sọkúsọ ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó ti ní bá tó ṣe jẹ́ because èmi ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ̀ pé láńlọ́ọ̀dì àdúgbò yẹn tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá rántí nǹkan tí Yomi sọ wọ́n ní Mohbad wà lórí gúrúùpù WhatsApp kan tí ilé tí ó ń gbé ní ìsìn òsì ń bẹ̀ kọ́ ilé mi ló wà ń bẹ̀. Are you saying he has 2 houses in Lekki?
Kò yé wa.
Are you trying to tell me?
Can I quickly interject something there? I have a feeling that they just wanted to give Iya Mohbad those cheers, you know, and to distract people away from thinking that house is Mo's house. That is why they told, because nobody is living in that house still.
The Lord Association will call you out a Yekudi. You
What?
cannot be in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, yeah, I know. We have the association group, landlord association, Mawa. It's true. If you have
sharing in our place.
Abi, how will you be in the association group that you are not titled one?
Group, whether you are a tenant or you are a landlord, you are on residents group.
Yes.
All of you are residents. There is now most estates, all the estates on Oshid are managed estates. Let me explain to you.
Okay.
They give you, we have joint electricity, we have joint water, we have joint, everything is managed for us.
Okay.
So, there are some important decisions that we take that landlords have to, that the decision must be finalized by main stakeholders, which are the owners of the estates, owners of the houses in the estate. Even though we are managed, I want you to pick the difference. We are managed. But when they want to make some silent decisions, they call on stakeholders. And those stakeholders are landlords only. I will give an example of such decision. It's a managed estate, and maybe we want to replace our generator. In my estate, we recently replaced generator. Yeah. And when we looked at what we have consumed, the price of diesel over time, the funds that was set aside by the estate to replace generator, there was deficit. They had to pull the landlords together, and they built each house in the estate a particular amount, which went directly to. So there are some major decisions like road construction and everything that they do that only the landlord. I am telling you with empirical evidence here that Mohbad is on the estate landlords group. But here is it. I won't say what I'm not sure of. As of today, I'm not sure.
We're sure of it. No.
I can come tomorrow and tell you.
Truth is coming out.
No,
Truth is coming out right now.
For me, yes.
A landlord has confirmed.
No, Mr. Duke, let Biodun land here.
No, on his own WhatsApp, Mohbad is on it. Landlord, only Mohbad wà lórí. The only problem was
you're jumping the gun. Biodun, wait. I don't know if you were here when Biodun spoke earlier. What she just said now, Biodun confirmed it. But what she's trying to say now is that she is, however, not sure if it is this particular house that belongs to Mohbad or maybe another house. Remember that the wife and other people claim that he rented this house. So Biodun had told us earlier that for him to be in that WhatsApp group of landlords, that means he owns a house in that estate, but she's not sure of which house it is. Do you understand?
Yes, I was just trying to point out what Yomi said. Yomi said he spoke to a landlord in that estate, and that landlord confirmed that this guy was on this platform, but not that house that he's in right now. That is associated.
Okay, maybe
is associated with another property on that estate,
Maybe
on that WhatsApp platform.
Mr. Duke, we're practically saying the same thing. Do you understand?
Yes,
But let's reason it. Isn't it strange that you have the same kind of property and you are renting one and you have another one elsewhere?
No.
Does it make any sense?
So maybe you first rented, and then maybe an opportunity to buy now came up.
Yes, let me now tell you what happens. Like for me, when I moved to my estate, then I saw other opportunities to acquire more. You see, people move for whatever reason. Do you understand? There was a time my estate was having electricity issue. A lot of people gave up their property and went somewhere else. So he could have moved in first into the estate and later saw opportunity, do you understand, to acquire. That was when he told it. I remember that his father, when they asked Baba Mohbad this question, Baba Mohbad said he wasn't sure, but he remembered that Mohbad told him that Daddy me, I bought a property. I'm almost done with the payment. But it was yet to take him to that property. So if I take my fact with the all the information from Baba Mohbad, do you understand? I can correlate and maybe want to conclude, not ascertain. I might want to infer
that means his lawyer knows about it.
That is why the secretaries were insisting that they know for sure that that property is rented. It's possible. But Mohbad has a house inside Royal Pine, but I'm not sure which one.
Then that means the lawyer is aware of it.
Most definitely. In court today, they asked if Mohbad's lawyer was around. He didn't send words to the court that he was going to be absent. Because if you have sent words to the court, there are times when you needed to appear before the court and you can't.
And he's a lawyer.
There are times when I need to appear in court and my lawyer is not going to be available. He will even send me a letter through me to the court and say, I was going to be in court. Do you understand? I won't be in court, but go and tell my lord. Mohbad's lawyer didn't send a word to the court, and he also did not appear in the court. And this is going to be my final redress to everybody. You see,
go.
Members of the public, the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violence only taketh it by force. It is clear, crystal clear, that the government is not going to give us, it's not going to give us justice at ease or by ease. But we can jointly come together and demand for this justice. And they wouldn't have a choice but to give. Don't come out and say somebody should calm down. If you have gone through the pain of motherhood, I will tell anybody, in my language, we have a song, and I grew up with that song. I will tell you the meaning of the song. My mother will wake up and tell all of us every day, Wani Omo Mary Jo, Omo Mary Yo. Ọmọ mi mú ṣe ṣọ́ọ̀lì dọ́gbìgbà má gbà. Dọ́gbìgbà má gbà mọ́ mẹ́wọ́ dọ́ta mi má yọ̀ o. What is the meaning? Ọmọ ni mò ń rí. When I see my child in the morning, I'm happy. But this is my prayer to my Creator. Don't let anything, anyone, Ogbigba could mean anything, anyone, take this one from me. Children are precious. If you have for people who are talking and do not have children, you will not be passionate. I have carefully, I will tell you something. When I talk on this platform, I talk with empirical facts. Because I have scouted the internet since September 12, since Mohbad died. Even though I don't have TikTok account, even though I don't have anything, I know what is going on everywhere. I have taken facts. I have listened to opinions. I have listened to analysis. And because of the nature of my job, I can come up and know that this and this is it. So when I talk to you, I have privately done my investigation because I am a mother. And I feel the pain of losing a child. If you are Mohbad, to feel the pain, we are someone. I feel the pain of losing that child because you don't want to wake up and lose a child. So this is to everybody who do not pray to lose a child. If you look at us and say we are doing too much, may what happened to Mama Mohbad and Iya Mohbad happen to you. You will lose your children and lose your children's children. Maybe then you will understand. Maybe then, oh my year, we are not doing too much. Maybe you will understand that we are trying to say, because Erumba me, Timobado body justice. Erumba me pe ojo waju cousin omo mi le pa. Ore le pa, iyawo le pa. But if they know that there is punishment for their actions,
yes,
maybe there will be deterrence.
Yes.
Justice for Mohbad is justice for everybody.
That's right.
We are not fighting justice for Mohbad. Baba Mohbad is sort of kon. Wọ́n give analysis here. Wọ́n ní nǹkan tó bá ṣe fún mi. Oh, ṣe fún mi, ó ṣe fún ara ẹ̀. And he gave analysis of a king who poisoned whatever and gave it to a slave. And because the slave was nice, the slave gave it to the king's children unknowingly. And the king's children ate it and they all died. Nǹkan tó bá ṣe fún Mohbad, ó ṣe fún ọjọ́ iwájú ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó bá ṣe fún Mohbad, ẹ ṣe fún ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ wa. Nǹkan tó bá ṣe fún Mohbad, ẹ ṣe fún safety of this community. You see, you are doing it for the safety of the nation. So everybody stand up with this aggression and tell the government, justice for Mohbad. And justice we want.
Yes.
And justice
we are hell bent on that.
Get.
Amen. Yes.
I rest my case.
Thank you, darling. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Everybody, we can't continue on this chat because I'm working in the morning and look at the time, it is 1:17. We'll continue tomorrow, please. Everybody, there's even nothing we have to say now, please. Analysis, God help us. Tomorrow I will still bring back Biodu so that whatever question you need to ask regarding what happened today, please, I will allow it tomorrow. I beg to take my leave. I beg you people. I have to go to bed. Please. I beg you people. Okay?
Is it the first time we ever staying late on this platform? Have we ever stayed this late?
I don't know, Bossman. Look at the time. 1:18, Bossman. Mi ò mọ̀ bóyá ẹsẹ̀ àbí imú ni mo fẹ́ fi rìn débi lọ́la. Mi tẹ́ ọ.
1:18 a.m.?
Yes, a.m. 1:18 a.m. But you've
been online for...
Yes, since I think, no, around 8. I came on board around 8. About 8. About 8, maybe 7:38, yeah. Look at the time. Like, that's too much. I have to go to bed, please. Ejo.
Now, before you close tonight, anybody that is actually trying to see sentiment aside, anybody that is actually putting hands to be rubbing heads of these people, spending, Darosha, whatever, they are anti-justice. The person's not looking for justice for Mohbad, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's it. Please, we'll continue. Biodu, please, you still spare us tomorrow again, because some people that would, in the panelists, they would have loved to ask questions and say something so that you can. So tomorrow, please.
There's no problem.
Thank you, by the grace of God. Thank you, everybody. Love you all. Good night. Good night. Bye. 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 I love you all. Good night, everybody. God bless you.